we try and take that all the way to the end of the level.
Safe reminder.
Yeah. So when we have that speed, we have to make like a 90-degree turn. So we're gonna hit like a rock at a perfect angle, plus a tap strafe to try and redirect us in the right direction. But here we go.
Good luck, dude.
Real good.
Watch this spam strafe right here. This is gnarly. We're almost there. We gotta avoid a death trigger. Now we're trying to get.
Come on. There it is.
It's saved. But it's not over. It's not over. That was so good. But this is almost this part is almost even harder. We're on a timer now. That assembly line is still assembling itself. You can see it right out there. We have to catch up with that platformer time for the time save to really work out. That one, you can see it in the corner of the screen. Bladen has to get here just in time and then get up top.
Can I mental?
Okay, we can save it. We can save it. We can save it.
Second one.
Oh,
okay.
Nice. There we go. There we go. Dude, it is unreal to me that you send out a marathon and hit it first try. That is such a sick strat. It saves like close to 10 seconds, something like that.
I think it's like 12 seconds if you do it perfectly.
And like if you mess it up, you lose like 2 minutes. So it's pretty incredible.
There is really bad.
Now, the geometry in this game is usually pretty rock solid. It's very difficult to clip out of bounds unless you have very specific circumstances on your side. Except for this one part right here. There is literally a hole in the wall that just happens to exist right there. So we just go straight through it. It takes us out of bounds. We're going to skip the whole fight sequence here. Now, we used to do this skip completely differently until a developer actually saw our submission for SGDQ 2017, which feels like a lifetime ago at this point. And they didn't tell us exactly how to do it, but they gave us a clue, and we ended up figuring out that we were able to do that. So the way that this works mechanically is pretty interesting. Usually in this level, it's building a dome so the IMC can test this new weaponry on you. And so the dome gets instructed, and the screen goes black, and then the fight starts. But what the game doesn't tell you is when the screen goes black, it's actually teleporting you to an entirely different location. And so where we're standing is going to teleport us right on top of that end level trigger I talked about right when the teleport happens. So this is a cool little strat. It skips a huge fight, saves minutes, and yeah, we've been doing it in Titanfall for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
All right, and here we go into the Abyss Chapter 3. This mission is kind of like a hidden boss, I would say, of the Titanfall run. I always say, like, if I get a run past here, it's a real run. So this has a lot of similar geometry to the level that we played at the beginning of the game, BT7274. Just a lot of really weird nooks and crannies and rocks and bumps that we have to avoid. And we're going to be making use of a lot of the new movement tech I talked about to skip yet another Titan sequence. So when we press that button, it causes this cylinder to rotate. We can get in it and kind of use it to fling ourselves around. Cool little strat. And what we're going to try and do here is a pretty good example of how Titanfall routing has changed over the years. So we're less concerned with purely optimal lines and more concerned about building as much speed as physically possible using all of our new movement tech at our disposal, like crouch kicks. And we're trying to build up all this speed and nice half slide to save it. Now we're going to try and carry this all the way through, assuming BT doesn't get in our way. Okay. I think Bladen, even though we're not going as fast as we are ideally, like they're just going to keep going. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this strat is so deathly difficult. You can see all the geometry and the Titans are right here.
This is so sketchy right now.
This is so sketchy.
We roll with it though.
Yeah, we want to just get through here unscathed ideally. And even the way you skip, Ash is going to look different later. They this Tony even one. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're pretty much